Hello everyone. In today's video we are going to see some trigonometric equations and how to write the angles in all the four quadrants. Let's get started. Trigonometric equations. How to write angles in all four quadrants. In this case, when we have to write down all the angles in four quadrants, we have to take care of few things. Let's discuss that first and then we will do few questions based on that. First thing we have to take care is we have to block the quadrant first. If we have given to us the equation like sin x is equal to 3 by 4, we need to block the quadrant first. In which two quadrants I have to give my answer. As you can see from here, there is a positive sign here. We have to look at which quadrant sin x is positive. We know that there are four quadrants, 1, 2, 3 and 4 quadrants. In the first quadrant, all is positive. In the second quadrant, sine is positive. In the third quadrant, tan is positive. And the fourth quadrant, cos theta is positive. We have to see that which two quadrants sine theta is positive. Sine theta is positive in first and second quadrant. So we need to block these two quadrants. So we have to give all the answers in between the first and the second quadrant. If we have given to us the equation like this, sin x is equal to minus half. You can see that there is a negative sign here. Sin x is negative. We have to block the quadrant in which sin theta is negative. Sin theta is negative in the third and the fourth quadrant. We have to give all the answers in the third and fourth quadrant. Second point we have to take care of that is whatever the value we have, either positive or negative, we have to take positive value and find the value for alpha. This alpha values always lies in the first quadrant. What is the meaning of that? The meaning of that is if we have this value sin x is equal to 3 by 4, we have to first find out the basic angle alpha, which lies always in the first quadrant. The basic angle alpha in this case will be given by sine inverse of 3 by 4, the positive value we have to take. In the second case, when we have sin x is equal to negative half, in that case also if we have to find out the basic angle alpha, you will find out the value for alpha will be given by sine inverse of positive half. You will not take the negative half as a value. Always you have to take the positive value to get the value for alpha, which lies in the first quadrant. The third point we have to take care of is change the domain. What is the meaning of that? If we have given the equation like this, sine bracket 2z minus 0.6 is equal to 0.8. For the domain given to us, z is greater than 0, less than 3. This is in the radian mode. So we have to change the domain. This is our domain. We have to make the domain as 2z minus 0.6. Then we are able to get our proper domain in which we have to write down all the answers in the four quadrant. Let's do it here. If z is greater than 0, less than 3, 2z will be given by greater than 0, less than 3 times 2. 2z will be greater than 0, less than 6. 0 multiplied by 2 is 0. That's why we have written 0 and 6. We have to write down the value for 2z minus 0.6. I am subtracting 0.6 in the equation, so I need to subtract it from all the things. 6 minus 0.6. I need to get the answer. 2z minus 0.6 is greater than negative 0.6, less than 5.4. Your actual domain is minus 0.6 to 5.4. You have to give all the answers in between them. The next thing which we have to take care of that is we do not have to use the positions of 90 degree or pi by 2 radian, or we can say 270 degree or 3 pi by 2 radian. What are these positions? These positions are this position and this position. We are starting from 0 here, 0 degree, then 90 degree, and this is 180 degree, and then 270 degree and again 360 degree. We are not going to use 90 degree or pi by 2 or 270 degree or 3 pi by 2 to write our answers. This time we have to be very careful with that. Next thing we have to take care of that is we always use the positions of 180 degree or pi radian or 360 degree or 2 pi to give all the answers in the quadrant. Which are these two positions? These positions are this positions, 180 degree or pi radian, 360 degree or 2 pi radian. We have to give all the answers using these two values. Let's see one more thing. To give the answers in all the four quadrants, we have to write down, if we have to go in the first quadrant, which is the basic angle alpha only. If you have to go to the second quadrant, you will write down 180 degree minus alpha, or you can write down in the radian mode pi radian minus alpha. If you have to go to the third quadrant, you will write down 180 degree plus alpha or pi plus alpha to go in the third quadrant. If we have to write all the answers in the fourth quadrant, we will write down 360 degree minus alpha or 2 pi minus alpha. If I have to move on more angle than 360 degree, then we will write down 360 degree plus alpha, or you can write down 2 pi plus alpha. We are not going to use these two positions at all. Let's see some examples and understand that what we are talking about. Solve for x greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 360 degree, the equation sin square x is equal to 3 cos square x plus 4 sin x. I need to solve this equation in the domain of 0 degree to 360 degree. As you can see from here, this equation has sin square x, cos square x and sin x. Because of this sin x, the power 1, I need to convert full equation in sin square x. Why I can't convert it into cos square x? Because I can't write sin x in terms of cos x. I can write down sin square x in terms of cos x, but I can't write sin x in the form of a cos x. So I'll convert this full equation in sin square x. We know the formula that cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1. From here, cos square x, the value will be given by 1 minus sin square x. Move this on right hand side. We will substitute this value of cos square x in the equation. Let's write it here. Sin square x is equal to 3 times bracket 1 minus sin square x plus 4 sin x. Let's open the bracket here. Sin square x is equal to 3 minus 3 sin square x plus 4 sin x. I will move this on this side. So it will be 0 here, equal to 3 minus 3 sin square x minus sin square x plus 4 sin x. If I solve that, that will be equal to 3 minus 4 sin square x plus 4 sin x. I need to make the coefficient of sin square x positive because this is the quadratic equation in sin square x. First, I need to make this coefficient positive and I need to write down in the proper order. Let's do it here. This will be written as 0 is equal to minus 4 sin square x plus 4 sin x plus 3. I need to multiply this full equation with negative sign to make this positive. So that will be 0 is equal to 4 sin square x minus 4 sin x minus 3. This is quadratic in sin square x. I need to solve this equation. That means I need to split the middle term. For that, I'll multiply the coefficient of 4 and 3, a and c. So it is 12. If I do the factors of 12, I have 2, 6, 2, 3 and 3, 1. I have to use all the factors and I have to get the answer as 4. If I multiply 3 times 2, 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Let's write down here. 0 is equal to 4 sin square x minus of 6 sin x plus 2 sin x minus 3. 0 is equal to, I'll take out the common as 2 sin x as a common factor. You are left with 2 sin x minus 3. I'll take out plus 1 as a common factor from 2 sin x and minus 3. You are left with 2 sin x minus 3. These two factors are same. So I'll take out as a common factor 2 sin x minus 3. You are left with 2 sin x plus 1. These two brackets are equal to 0. That means individually this bracket is also 0 and this bracket is also 0. Let's put this value here. 2 sine x minus 3 is equal to 0. You will get the answer as 2 sine x is equal to 3. Sine x will be given by 3 by 2. If I write down 2 sine x plus 1 is equal to 0, 2 sine x is equal to minus 1, sine x will be given by minus half. This value of sine x here is 1.5. We know that the value of sine x lies between minus 1 and 1. This is 1.5. So this will not give us any answer. So we can neglect this answer. Our value will come from sine x is equal to minus half. As I told you earlier, we need to first block the quadrant first. This is negative. So the sign is negative in the third and the fourth quadrant. We have to give all the answers in between them. First, we will find out the basic angle alpha. Basic angle alpha will be given by sine inverse of half, positive value of half. We are doing this question in the degree mode. So I'll write down the answer as alpha is equal to 30 degree. Sine inverse of half is in 30 degree. The value for alpha is here in the first quadrant. Do you have to give the answer in the first quadrant here? No, my answer doesn't lies in the first quadrant. My answer lies in the third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. To give the answer in the third quadrant, I told you have to write down 180 degree plus alpha. Let's write down here 180 degree plus alpha. What is the value for alpha? The alpha value is given by 30 degree. 180 plus 30 degree is 210 degree. This is one of your answers. Second answer, I have to give it in the fourth quadrant. I have to use this position, that means 360 degree. Let's write down the answer here. 360 degree minus alpha, I will reach to the fourth quadrant. What is the value for alpha? The value for alpha is 30 degree. 360 degree minus 30 degree is given by 330 degree. These are the two values of your answer. Let's see one more example. Sine 2z minus 0.6 is equal to 0.8. Z is greater than 0, less than 3. This is in our radian mode because the values is 0 and 3. This indicates that our question is in radian mode. You have to use the calculator inside this. So change your calculator in the radian mode, then start doing the questions. The first thing I told you that you have to block the quadrant. As you can see from here, this is positive here. Sine is positive in the first and the second quadrant. Let's block the quadrant first. Our quadrant is first and the second quadrant. We have to give all the answers in these two quadrants. Second thing I told you that you have to change the domain. What is my function here? My function is 2z minus 0.6. I have to make this thing as 2z minus 0.6, which I have done it earlier also. So I'll follow the same method. 2z is greater than 0, less than 6. 2z minus 0.6 will be 0 minus 0.6, less than 6 minus 0.6. 2z minus 0.6 is greater than negative 0.6, less than 5.4. I have to give all the answers from negative 0.6 to 5.4. Let's suppose that this complete value is a here. Sine a will be given by 0.8. I have to get my basic angle alpha here. Alpha will be given by sine inverse of 0.8. You have to change your calculator in the radian mode and then start doing it. If you calculate the value of sine inverse of 0.8, the value will be given by 0.92729. You don't have to round off the answer here. You have to write down up till 4 or 5 digits here. This is my basic angle alpha. As I told you earlier, alpha lies in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, this is my alpha. Is this your answer? Yes, this is my answer because I have to give my answer in the first quadrant. So this will be one of my answers. I have to write the answer in the second quadrant. This value is pi because we are doing it in the radian mode. To get the answer in the second quadrant, my second value will be given by pi minus alpha. What is the value for alpha? Right, let's write down the value for alpha as 0.92729. If I subtract this, my answer will be given by 2.21424, which will be written as approximately 2.2143. This is my second answer, but this is not the actual answer. What is this answer for? This answer is for value for A. What is the value for A? We suppose that the value for A is 2z minus 0.6. I have written these two answers, but I need to check my domain also. My domain is from negative 0.6 to 5.4. Where is the 5.4 lies? The value for pi is how much? 3.14. 5.4 will lie in the third quadrant. Do I have to give the answer in the third quadrant? No, right? So I have to stop myself here for this answer. If I see from negative 0.6, this lies in the fourth quadrant. As I discussed earlier, negative angles lies in the fourth quadrant. So you have to go in the opposite direction. So 0.6 will be in the fourth quadrant. Do I have to give the answer in the fourth quadrant? No, right? So that means there will be no answer from negative 0.6, and from 5.4 I have these two answers. Both these answers are equal to A, but I need to give the answer for Z. What is the value for A? The value for A is 2z minus 0.6. Let's put both the answers equal to 2z minus 0.6. Let's do it here. 2z minus 0.6 is equal to 0.92729, and my second answer is 2.2143. I need to move this 0.6 on right hand side to get the answer for 2z. 2z is equal to 0.92729 plus 0.6. 2.2143 plus 0.6. If you add it, your answer will be equal to 1.5273. Here your answer will be 2.8143. These are the two values for 2z. Let's get the answer for z. That means I need to divide this 2 on this side. So it will be 1.5273 over 2. 2.8143 over 2. So the z values will be given by, if you divide it, your answer will be 0.76365. Here if you divide it, your answer will be 1.40715. Your answer in trigonometry, as I discussed earlier, it should have 3 significant figures, or it should correct up till 1 decimal place. This will be written as 0.764 in 3 significant figures. This answer will be written as 1.41 in 3 significant figures. These are the 2 answers you have in this question. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Bye-bye everyone.